Congratulations to Western Kentucky for a great, hard-fought battle. It's a good team. It's an NCAA tournament team, returning 8 guys from a team that made an unbelievable run down the stretch last season to win their conference tournament, go to the NCAA tournament. Played really, really hard, heavy pressure. I thought they were terrific tonight. They're going to have a really great season, and these in-state games are always fun for everyone, and it was really good for our guys. I'm proud of how our guys responded and just kind of kept grinding away. We felt like this was a great run. Potentially a first-round game for us. That's how the guys wanted to go into this game, and it was exactly kind of what we wanted. There was a ton of frustration oozing throughout the whole game, and I thought our guys did a great job of staying together and just kind of being okay with just going to move on to the next play. And we certainly didn't play close to perfect, but I thought the guys were in it the whole time. So it's awesome. Have a great Thanksgiving.
Mark, as back and forth as that game felt at some points, that's the lowest you guys have held a team to field goal percentage so far this year. What did you like from the defensive effort and the response when things did get close?
Yeah, I thought we had some great defensive efforts. I thought Jackson Robinson was unbelievable on the defensive end. I thought he was fantastic. Lamont and Otega set the bar really, really high. I thought those guys were great. Andrew Carr, I thought, was great in every facet of the game tonight. I thought Andrew was just a star on both sides of all sides of the ball. And I'm really proud of that. That matters to us. This defensive field goal percentage is really, really, really important to us, and it's a cumulative effect. It's not just us really focusing on being there on the catch and being disciplined about guarding vertically without fouling, but it's also the pace of the game starts to have impact, the movement starts to have impact, and all those things working together. I thought I was really proud of us defensively. There were several stretches in the game where we weren't functioning great on the offensive end, and we were finding great joy on the defensive end of the ball, and that is a winning formula. Like, we're going to have games where, it wasn't a great offensive game for our guys. They still scored 87 points. That's the crazy part of it, right? But on the defensive end of the floor, if we can really find joy there, and if we keep going back to the well over and over and over again, we have a chance to win. We have a chance to win and win a lot of games and win big. So I was thrilled with that tonight. It was really special. It might not be the most aesthetically pleasing thing, but it was an awesome effort on the defensive end by our guys.
Staying in the back.
Hey, Mark, back corner, right over here. Yep, a little more. Hey. There it is. Hank was talking about the way you guys cut to the basket, hard, full speed. On a night like tonight when your 3 ball's not really falling the way it used to, do you learn a little bit more about your guys to stick to it and keep attacking the basket and not let it affect them?
Yeah, we weren't great there tonight, but the truth is we haven't really faced this pressure, right? And we're going to face it a lot, and so. I was really, really excited going into this game because we just need to learn and grow. And this is kind of the next step of evolution for the way we play. When we get right, we actually really, really punish teams for pressuring. And that's it's going to be a growth phase for us to understand what that looks like and what it means. We don't quite have that feel. We never got a late cut. We didn't get an over back door. We didn't really work the second side well. We were kind of dying in the corner. We would get to a second lift and then be dying in the corner on the rotation. And so there's so much more in the tank for our guys to feel out. And it's just a matter of getting the reps to do it. So I was really, really looking forward to this game just so we could feel that, get it on tape, and our guys will grow really fast in that area. So, I'm glad that they felt that, but we're barely dipping our toe in the water of what will be in that perspective.
Mark, this game
There we go.
This game and Duke game, kind of muddy, kind of grinded out type of games, and both times you look the
same. Would you guys
could
we just sit in the same spot? I think you guys do sit in the same spot. Sorry. Sorry. I'm like, it's like, where's Waldo in here? It's awesome.
This game and the Duke game kind of grinded out, physical type games, and both times you look at the top of the stat sheet, there's Andrew Carr's name. What is it about his play?
Well, Andrew's always been known as a really, really physical player. I'm joking a little bit, but he is. He's got a really terrific physicality. I thought his focus was unbelievable tonight. So just Our guys have a goal, one specific goal. Every time we walk into practice, our assistant coaches, our staff does an unbelievable job of giving our guys one very specific goal. And so Andrew Carr's goal yesterday was to demand a catch, even to the point of yelling and screaming at his teammates just one time to earn a catch. That was his goal yesterday. And he was unbelievable today, winning catches and being physical with the ball. Like, he was really special. And these really specific, measurable, obtainable goals that our staff works so hard with our players to have every single day, they pay off. And that was a great example. It was a really terrific example. I thought he was great today, and I thought he was demanding. I thought he protected the ball. You think about all the possessions he had against a swarming, super talented defense. I think they're 52 or 62 in the country defensively right now. But this swarming defense they had against a bunch of undersized guys that can be really frustrating for a guy built like Andrew Carr. And he's a 3 assists, 0 turnover, 18 points, 10 rebounds guy, and was ridiculously efficient and tough with the ball. Super proud of him.
Mark, you mentioned the in-state.
He also shot a turnaround jumper long, which he's missed the last 3 or 4 short. He shot it long. It actually bounced off the back of the rim and went in. And these little things that he's focused on are pretty great. Sorry.
You mentioned the in-state aspect of this game. Is this a game that you personally wanted when you got here on this schedule? And are you, I guess, dedicated is the word to get one of these in-state schools on every year?
Well, I think in-state games are great because they're always tough. There's just added emotion, right? It just is, there's some pride to it and all the things. And so when we get them, they'll be super useful. I didn't really set out to make this happen. I think this was actually, I think this was one of the ones that was out of my hands, just part of the MTE. But, you know, listen, Western Kentucky's got an incredible basketball history. I love everything about the team except for that red color. Just drives me crazy. But the coach is doing a great job, and you know, it's you know, they're a national brand, and they got a ton of pride, and they have a really good veteran team coming back that went to the tournament last year. So these are just, I like it because it's a good game, and I like it because it's an in-state game.
Coach, you talked about Otega being maybe your most consistent player after the last game. Tonight he led in the plus minus at 18. How helpful is it knowing what you're going to get from him?
Yeah, Otega he's been like clockwork. He didn't have his best start. He's been this incredibly dynamic start the game guy. He was just solid to start the game, but as the game won, he got better and better and better. And he's such a luxury to, you know, listen, I mean, this is a talented offensive team with a bunch of guys that are really talented scorers individually. And, you know, Otega was a large part to holding them to 32% from the field for the game. It's hard to do, at 15% from the three-point line, and Otega's a massive part of that. And then, you know, he just keeps producing offensively. I mean, you look at his box score tonight. I mean, he's got 18, and he's pretty efficient. You know, he's 6 for 14 and 5 for 6 for the free throw line, and you know, he never passes the ball. He doesn't really believe in passing, but otherwise he was great. I'm kidding about that, of course.
Mark, a little bit of a follow-up on Andrew Carr.
Yeah.
Kind of a two-part deal, if I can make it short enough. Their coach said that he got 18 tonight, and it didn't even look like he was trying to score. Curious about how that goes to you, challenging him to kind of demand the ball and seek it out more. And the second part is, it seemed like you went small a couple of times with him and 4 guards, and it kind of gave you some spurts.
Yep. You know, we were a little more effective going small today. It was a little bit better for us matchup-wise, and it was a little bit better for us offensively. It gave us a little bit of a different look. But yeah, Andrew has been special. You know, you have a luxury of him being a starting forward that you don't have to run a ton of actions for. You can just kind of pick and choose, and then he's going to go manufacture points. You know, you think about, he's 6'11", and he's handling the ball full court a lot. He was handling the ball against a lot of pressure tonight, and he wasn't just making a simple play. He was pretty demanding. And he's a 0 turnover guy on the night. He's putting himself in a lot of traffic, a lot of harm's way, and still off the bounce is a 0 turnover guy. That's really significant, and it just speaks well to his vision and his understanding of the pieces on the court and where guys are and where he can take risks and where he can. and he brings a physicality. He definitely did tonight. He brought a physicality. You know, you saw him late in the game, the last 10 minutes, go twice really hard over his left shoulder and be really demanding and kind of go through bodies, and that's Andrew Carter that's really special.
Coach Pope, you talked about how defensively the pressure from Western was really strong and one of the best you've seen from so far this season. You and Coach Plutter are two coaches that are new at your respective programs. What are some things that you're seeing from his program that you've liked and so far what he's trying to build there, similar to you, what you're trying to build?
Yeah, I love he's playing a lot of guys. He's got his guys playing really, really hard. He's playing an aggressive style of play. He's willing to take some chances out there. They're going to continue to be really, really good. It's a terrific program.
Hey, Coach, you had 54 rebounds tonight, and how important was it to get those top of rebounds in the top of the game?
Yeah, it was really important for us. This is a little bit of a slugfest game, and I actually didn't think we were great at 50-50 balls. That was the one thing, especially in the second half, from like minute 17 down to minute like 7. I was like, man, we're kind of getting crushed in this 50-50 ball game, where we're usually really, really good. But otherwise, I thought we grounded out great. I'm really proud of the guys. It's fun. Like, we can win different ways, and that's really, really important. That bodes well for our guys and our team. And tonight, being dominant on the glass and imposing our will physically was really, really important. And I thought our guys did that. For Amar to play semi-limited minutes. I mean, it was under 20 and have 10 rebounds. For Andrew Carter to get 10 and for us to be at 54 as a team is really, really important for us. One of the numbers that we love is we're a 16 offensive rebound team. Shooting 40% from the field, and we out offensive rebound Western Kentucky, which is a really good offensive rebounding team, by 4, and they shot 32%, right? So they had more opportunities, and those numbers are really important for us. And the fact that we can go grind out a game and win it, it's awesome. This is really important. I'm really proud of our guys today.
WKU kept it close somewhat in the second half. What do you tell your team whenever they have to overcome adversity?
Yeah, so we talk about turning frustration into fight all the time. Our guys know that, and spitting out the frustration. The game is going to offer you all the frustration you can possibly have. And the guys that metabolize that frustration really quick and get it out are great. And, we had some guys that maybe got stuck in a little bit of a frustrated mode, but for the most part, our team kept looking internally, kept looing inward, and we're pretty good at metabolizing frustration. That is massively important. Especially as we got our run here for the next couple weeks is super challenging, and then we jump into this league. We had 9 teams in the SEC in the top 25. It's like back in the heyday, and it's going to be a gauntlet. And our ability to absorb and metabolize frustration and get it out really quick is going to be massively important. And I like where we are right now. We got to keep growing and get better and better at that, but I like where we are.
Coach, Western's leading scorer, Don McHenry, held him to 9 points tonight. He was 1 for 7 from 3 and 3 of 16 from the field. What was your kind of game plan to stop Don?
Yeah, he's a terrific player. We had to pay a lot of attention to him. He's a really, really terrific player. Our guys paid good attention to scout. He's got such a great burst. He's a start, stop hesitation guy. Our guys were really good at kind of dialing in on him, and that's an important part of this game for sure. He's a very talented player.
Mark, Western Kentucky last year with their former coach was the most up-tempo team in the country. They remained that this season. How beneficial was it for you guys to go against a team like that, especially when it gets to SEC play?
It was really good for us because we'll feel this dynamic in a game a lot. I think this will be something that's present. And I was proud of a couple things. One, against Jackson State, we had a couple, transition offensive opportunities where we had a highlight play, and then they raced it back down the floor against us for a quick score, and that's supposed to be us, right? So that was frustrating. I think our guys did a great job addressing that, minus some transition after turnovers. I thought our guys were pretty good inexplicably after a couple of free throws. We weren't great, but I was glad that we got better. We made some progress tonight in that area, and we got a ton of data now, a ton of film where we can really go back and show our guys, like, okay, listen, this is when you feel pressure, this is how you want to attack. It's going to make us way better. That's probably the most important part of this game, is how it's going to help us grow.
Coach,
Coach, when you came into this program, the fans were obviously a big deal, and when Western was able to close that lead to 6 points in the second half, the fans just erupted and were cheering for the team. How important is it for the fans to you in this game?
We can't do this without BBN, and why would we want to, right? Like it's the best relationship there is in college sports and maybe all sports altogether. Actually, I may be biased, but I believe it's the best relationship in all sports, and so we love it. I love that people came and show out and support these guys and celebrate with them. And at some point, we're gonna all suffer a little bit together, and then we're gonna celebrate with cheers of joy together. And the fact that we get to do it together, all 22,000 of us, give or take something, is awesome. It's awesome. We had a friend come to the game who has never missed a Kentucky game ever, and this was the first time he's ever actually been in the gym for a Kentucky game. And that's just like, come on, man. There's nothing like BBN. It's awesome. So it's really great. Happy Thanksgiving. Hope you guys have a great Thanksgiving. And we got a lot to be thankful for. So, and I'm super grateful for you guys. I'm grateful for you guys telling me stories. Even when you guys start writing terrible things about me, I'll still be grateful for you. Have a Thanksgiving.